That's weird. Alright.
Louis G. Wonder who that is. Best way to find out is to call him.
No, Christy, I have not done that. So I'm glad I found this. Thank you. Completely forgot about it. I was in here like, wait a second. I should have looked up when I was in his locker. Because the up thing, you know, people allowed to put books in there. Gosh, I'm starting to get PC gamer wrist. Alright. I'll just call somebody.
State Board of Parole, Louis Guerra's office.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, State Board of Parole, Louis Guerra's office.
Is Mr. Guerra a parole officer?
That's correct, but he's out of the office right now. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes, please. Would you have him call Nancy Drew?
Concerning?
Harlan Bishop. I believe he's a client of Mr. Guerra's.
Is Harlan up to something he shouldn't be?
I'm not sure yet. Would you happen to know what prison he was in?
You're going to have to wait and ask Mr. Guerra that question. What was the name?
Nancy Drew. My number is 523-555-4399. That's my cell phone. He can call me anytime.
I'll let him know.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so now I'm gonna call Paula. Yes, I did.
Paula Santos.
Hi, Paula.
Nancy, what's going on?
Yeah, it took me like 2 tries. Oh well, 1 try, then I got it on the second.
I'm afraid I've discovered something kind of disturbing about Harlan.
What, that he's an ex-con? I know.
You do?
It was the first thing out of his mouth when he applied for the job. He said being an outstanding security guard would prove to everyone once and for all that he's gone straight.
I also found out that he used a security camera to get the code to Ingrid's work area, and he fits the description of the jewel thief cellmate that Detective Paris gave me.
Oh, now that's disturbing. But I'm still going to give Harlan the benefit of the doubt until I have good reason not to. I appreciate your bringing this to my attention, though.
I'll be in touch.
Good.
Yes!
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I'll see you around.
Go get him.
Elliot's not here.
Will Nancy Drew please report immediately to the security office? And by immediately, I mean don't even think about doing anything else.
I just got off the phone with Miss Santos. Where do you get off telling her I'm some kind of jewel-thieving peeping Tom?
She called you?
Of course she called. She hired me because she thought I deserved a second chance. She wanted to make sure I hadn't betrayed her trust, which I hadn't, by the way.
I know that now, and I'm really sorry.
I figured if I did a good job here, it would prove to everybody once and for all that I was totally trustworthy. That I was more than just an ex-con. A lot more. Okay, so maybe I'm trying a little too hard. Maybe people's entry codes should be off limits. It's just that this job means everything to me. I don't want to screw it up.
I guess I was a little overzealous, too. I'm really sorry. I'll see you around.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
I found something underneath the carousel that looks like it might be a remote control device.
Oh, I'd like to see it. Interesting. I looked under there. Wonder how I missed it. May I have this?
Actually, I'd kind of like to keep it.
Suit yourself.
No. No, I haven't.
I understand that you know the man who got hurt in that roller coaster accident, Lance Huffington?
I've talked to him. I don't really know him.
How did you meet him?
Look, what are you getting at?
I was just wondering if maybe you and he are in cahoots.
Are you suggesting that he and I planned the accident? He gets on the coaster, I shut off the power, he cries whiplash and gives me half of whatever he gets from the lawsuit? Interesting theory. Unfortunately, it's totally wrong. I called him to tell him to rub his neck 3 times a day with witch hazel and lavender. If his neck is really injured, that will cure it. Why are you so eager to accuse me of something?
Because you seem to have a lot of money, far more than the park pays you. I can't help but wonder where it's coming from.
All right. I have been making money on the side, but it's not what you think. I've been helping someone design a roller coaster. I even let him borrow the blueprints for our coaster, so he could study them, not steal them. I kept it secret because it could be construed as conflict of interest. This guy knows I'm taking a risk, so he pays me very well. Now, your turn. It's obvious that you've been nosing around in here. How did you get in?
Well, it seems that one of the security guards has been doing a little extracurricular surveillance work.
Harlan. I knew it bugged him that this place was off limits, but spying on me? That guy's got a real problem. As for you, I'd appreciate it if you would kindly remove your nice and deficient little self from my office. I have work to do.
Okay, where's the... Oh, there it is.
Those look like horse tails.
Sorry, I don't feel like talking right now. My back's kinda sore, probably 'cause somebody just got done stabbing me there.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
There's a dummy in the haunted house that's been red tagged. It's missing an arm. Any chance it'll be up and running again in the near future?
Got the arm right here. Just needed a battery. That's one of the dummies Joy Trent's father created. Probably why the circuitry is so bizarre. It works, though, so just reattach it. You'll need pliers. Oh, and don't forget to take the red tag back to Spy Master Bishop.
Thanks for your help.
No big deal.
Okay, so... right here.
It's locked. That looks tight enough. Oops, no power. I need to take this red tag back to Harlan.
Sorry, I don't feel like talking right now. My back's kinda sore, probably 'cause somebody just got done stabbing me there.
Okay, so how do I get him to speak to me again? Okay, I need to talk to Elliot, and then I need to have Harlan to talk to me again. How do I do this? Oh man, my wrist.
Santos.
Hi, Paula.
Nancy, what's going on?
When will the insurance company be sending someone out to investigate the roller coaster accident?
Every time I call, I get the same thing. Someone will be out soon. Which is why I'd really like you to take a look, Nancy. No telling when they'll get around to it.
What can you tell me about the people working at the park during the shutdown?
I frankly don't know any of my employees that well. I'm a very hands-off kind of boss. I believe in hiring the best, then stepping aside and letting them do their best.
Can you tell me anything about any of them?
Well, let's see. Ingrid Corey is extremely competent and has no problems managing the maintenance staff. Although
what?
it's just that sometimes she goes off on these strange new agey type tangents and totally loses me. Anyway, there's Harlan Bishop, very conscientious. Elliot Chen, very talented, but a very slow worker. And Joy Trent, well, Joy is hard to describe.
She doesn't seem to have a lot of self-confidence.
She's the exact opposite of her father. I've yet to meet a man who was as terrific with people and as horrible with money as Daryl Trent was. He stayed afloat for 30 years on sheer charisma, I swear.
Did he have any other children?
Joy is an only child. Daryl worried about her constantly, always said she didn't laugh enough. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, he pretty much stopped laughing too. His bad investments caught up with him. He sold everything he could, but still wound up drowning in debt. Till one day in bankruptcy court, he just keeled over and died of a heart attack.
Dang.
How sad.
It was very sad. He was in way over his head, but there was nothing anybody could do. He would have just taken anyone who tried to help him down with him.
I'll be in touch.
I'll be waiting.
If I read my cloak, I think he calls for me.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
I discovered a hidden door in the haunted house.
Is that right?
Unfortunately, it's locked.
It's obvious you don't put much stock in curses. But a word to the wise, there really do exist some doors that no one should open. I'd be very careful if I were you.
Did you know that the man who carved the carousel horses had a workshop under what's now the haunted house?
How appropriate, considering Kessler's belief in the supernatural and all.
I got your soldering gun from Elliot and fixed that card reader. Does he borrow your tools a lot?
Very rarely. He's not exactly a mechanical genius.
How well do you know Elliot Chen?
Not very. But I've noticed he has a very strange aura, very dark around the edges. Odd for an artist, but then it's nowhere near as dark as Joy's. Her aura's a mess.
Why do you think that is?
She's hiding something, and she's hiding from something. Something very big and very dark. Plus, she eats way too many carbs. To say nothing of pencils.
Thanks for your help.
You bet.
Will Nancy Drew please report
Yes.
to the security office?
I stepped out for a second, and when I came back, somebody'd left this envelope on my desk. Looks like it's for you. Got your name on it anyway.
There's nothing inside but a key. Maybe it opens that door in the haunted house.
Here, let me toss that envelope for you. I want to apologize for jumping all over you like that before. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I would have done just what you did. No hard feelings?
No hard feelings.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
Could you please turn the juice back on to the dummy in the haunted house that Ingrid was fixing? Here's the tag.
You've really got the system down, don't you? I'll just flip the switch and you'll be good to go.
I'll see you around.
Have fun.
Okay, if I remember correctly, we're almost done with the game.
It's locked. This takes an employee access card.
Whoa.
That must... these stairs sure don't feel very safe.
That would hurt. Like, wouldn't she, like, really hurt her head and stuff like that? Or, like, pass out at least?
Oh my gosh, these must be jewels from that jewel heist. A letter. Joy's father must have left it for her. My dearest Joy, I hope Miles and his riddles have helped you remember how much you adored this horse and how dearly you loved the woman who gave it to you. I found this picture of her years ago, but I didn't want to give it to you until I knew you were ready. She loved you more than anything, Joy. We both did. Dad. P.S. If you want to see where Glory was carved, look for Kessler's symbol on the wall. I could never spend a lot of time in there. Very strange vibes. I should probably take these with me. So this was Kessler's workshop.
That'd be cool.
I'll bet that's the carousel horse that was stolen.
Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. What have you done?
It's what you've done. You stole the horse, you fabricated the whole haunted carousel thing to increase its value, and now you're making not just one forgery, but several.
You think?
You let everyone believe you were just a hopeless procrastinator. But this is the real reason you're behind in your work, isn't it?
Right on all counts. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to tell anyone else. Ever.
No, wait. Look what I have. They're diamonds. Real diamonds. Someone stole them 23 years ago and stashed them in the park.
Well, well, little icing on the cake.
That's right. You want them? Here.
Ouch! Hey!
I've got to get out of here. I'm trapped. I've got to get out of here.
I've got you, Nancy. You're cornered. You
I mean,
might as well give up.
I'm pretty sure I'd do the same thing if I was in her, like, in her position. I'd be so scared.
Ah!
And that would probably...
Soon
Like,
as I get out of
oh.
here, I'm going to call the police, Elliot. So don't bother making plans for tonight. Or the next 10 years. Dear Ned, after trapping Elliot, I managed to pry the exit open and had Harlan call the police. Elliot admitted to stealing the carousel horse and planning the remote control device. He knew that publicity from the hauntings would increase the value of his forgeries. Needless to say, he's gone back to not liking me. Harlan, on the other hand, adores me now, because not only did he share the credit for busting Elliot, but his sudden fame brought him 3 job offers. He's staying on at Captain's Cove out of loyalty to Paula, but he's happy knowing that being an ex-con will probably never be an issue for him again. As for Ingrid, she promptly attributed Elliot's bad behavior to a deficiency in some mineral I couldn't pronounce. And Joy, when I gave her the picture of her mother, she started smiling and has yet to stop. Inventing Miles was the best thing her late father could have done for her. In fact, when I went to the park to say goodbye just now, she wasn't in her office. She was riding the carousel. Ever yours, Nancy.
Hey, Sassy Detective, congratulations on solving the haunted carousel case. Based on your cool and style, you are presented with the certificate of Puzzle Master, solving the puzzles of using the fewest attempts. Yay!
You have reached 555-4468. I can't come to the phone right now, so please leave a message.
Hi, Bess. Hi, George. Well, thanks to you guys, I'm leaving here and flying directly to the Pacific Northwest for some much-needed R&R. George, I just got off the phone with that marine biologist friend of yours. She insisted I stay with her, and she even said she'd take me whale watching on the tour boat she owns. Anyway, thanks for arranging this little vacation, you two. 1 whole week of peace, quiet, and sitting around doing nothing. This is gonna be awesome. Bye.
Okay, so I completed the game. It took me exactly 2 hours to play that game. Normally when I play it, each time I've played it, I've always just played it all the way through because it's such a really, really short game. And it only took me about an hour 15 minutes to an hour and a half. It took me 2 hours this time. It's probably because I had that little I hit a little bump in the road with this stuff. But anyway, guys, I do own Netsuju Danger on Deception Island, but I own it as a disc, and all my games are downloads. I'm trying to build up my physical copies of the game, of all the games. I do not own the downloadable version of Danger on Deception Island, so I'm skipping that one. And tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be starting Netsuju's Secret of Shadow Ranch. Chrissy, you are welcome for the stream. I hope you and Allison, I hope you both can come back tomorrow at 7 p.m. You can watch me start Secret of Shadow Ranch. I've played that game I don't know how many times, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, just streaming it alone. I don't know how many times. And, oh my gosh. That's weird. What is that? That's just weird. Allison, you are welcome. Come here. Oh, please, dear God, do not tip. That would have been awful if I was leaning in my chair and suddenly just went, boop. Okay. Chrissy, when I was talking about the movie, I'm posting the trailer on it on my Twitter, just so you all know. Also have a book. Priceless. Pretty cool. I am on page 92 out of 277. But yeah, it's really, really cool. And yeah, it's really good so far. The book is more in depth than the movie. It is going a little bit more into it, if you get my drift. But yeah, it's not horrible. But you know, it's touching on horrible. If you get, like if you understand, if you get what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say it because, I want my streams to be clean unless I have the mature content thing up. When I play like Assassin's Creed. But anyway, enough of me rambling on. I'm getting tired. Probably because I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys, I hope to see you all back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time when I start playing Netsuju Secret of Shadow Ranch. Hope you have a good night. Bye, everybody.